Hello and welcome to a new short tip for creating G-code using FreeCAD for your CNC. In this video I will show you a hack to create a 3D surface for just a portion of the object, because the 3D surface operation always mills the entire object. It doesn't take into account the inner holes, it will also mill them, and since that's not a good thing, I had to find a solution to overcome this issue. For milling this button, this thank you button for the 1000 people that subscribed to me, for the ones that viewed my videos, that followed them, liked them, and of course for the ones that subscribe to my Patreon page, which you can do and it will help me a lot. You can find the link in the description. I had to mill this surface and to avoid the inside hole in the center. I won't get into the details why that was not a good thing. I will explain in the long video about creating this button, but let me show you the way that works to only mill this face almost perfectly. I will also explain why it is not the perfect solution every time, but most of the times it works as it should. So if I want to mill this face, I have several options. I have a 3D surface which doesn't work, which as you can see doesn't take into account the base geometry. It will also mill through this pocket, which I don't want. And the second 3D operation is the 3D pocket, which if I click apply will throw an error, shape is not planar. Not sure how that is possible with a 3D pocket, but maybe it refers to several pockets at different heights and that is considered the 3D pocket, not in my opinion, but anyway, that's not a discussion now. So this doesn't work. Let me show you how to do it. So go to the draft workbench, set a top view for your object, set an orthographic top view and select the face. Click on this button, which is shape 2D view. Now as you can see, let me just hide this body, I have the outlines of that top face in this shape 2D view. So now with this shape I should go to the part workbench and click on the create face button and everything should be okay, but I have an error, wire is not closed. This for sure is a bug because this is just a projection of a body that was closed, but let's solve this thing first. Delete the face, select the shape 2D view, go back to the draft workbench and click on the draft to sketch button. Now I have a sketch, I can close the shape, select the sketch, go to the part workbench and create a new face. From this sketch everything works just as it should now. When in the draft workbench and using the shape 2D view, don't forget to set a top view, otherwise it will be deformed, it will be the projection of what you currently see. So don't forget to set a top view. Let's go back to the CAM workbench. Now that I have created the face, let's use it and make a 3D operation for this face. Select the newly created face, create a new job, leave the face selected, but if I click OK I will have an error, height of box too small. And now I finally understand why in 0.21 the extensions were by default 1, because if you have a single flat surface it simply won't create any job. So how can I overcome this? Select the face, select the previous job and click on the new job button. You will see them selected here in the tree, the face in the 2D category and the job in the jobs category. Click on OK. And now let's give an extension on the Z. Click on OK, go to the model and simply delete the object from here. I hope it will work. And now everything is okay. That was a little hack just to be able to get to this menu and to add an extension to the Z of 1 millimeter. So this was a good thing in 0.21 where the default values were with 1 millimeter. Now in order to get the shape from the previous job, let me just turn on the model now. To get this face milled, let's go to the second job. Select this face and create a pocket operation. Modify the properties accordingly. I will set a pattern of zigzag offset, an angle of 0 degrees, so I have lines along the x-axis, a step over percent of 30. I have a default tool because I forgot to change the tools. I will add a 1 millimeter ball end, give it some speeds, horizontal and vertical, and a spindle speed. I cannot delete the default tool because it is used in my operation, so first I have to go here and change the tool controller. Now you can see the entire surface, the flat surface that we have created, it is filled with toolpath with parallel lines. Click on OK, scroll down in the data tab and modify the keep tool down and mean travel, set them to true. You can see now the cycle time is 22 minutes 59 seconds, but it still has nothing to do with what I intended to do. I have a pocket at the bottom at 0, and I want a pocket, a 3D pocket on top of this face. First select the pocket shape, go to the CAM menu, go to Path Dress Up and add a Z depth correction dress up, select the appropriate job, and in this menu don't do anything, just click on OK. Now select the Z correct dress up, hold Ctrl down and select from the 3D view the face that we want to follow. Go to macro. I have a macro that you can find and download for free from my Patreon page, add surface to Z depth correction. Of course, if you want, you can also support me by subscribing to my Patreon page or by buying a one-time product, a $3 thank you or a $10 thank you, which won't turn you into a subscriber but will help me a lot. After downloading the macro, move it to your macros folder and run it. After selecting the Z depth correct dress up first, then the face that you want, and it will take some time, but in the end you will end up with this magic. I still have some issues that I need to address. You can see here I have some droppings of the cutter to the bottom, which the Z correct dress up didn't fix, but I can easily fix them by going to the pocket shape, going to the heights and modifying the safe and clearance height and setting them to the total height of the body. That was 35 millimeters. After modifying the safe height to the total height of the body that I want to mill, everything is okay. This is something that in my situation worked greatly, reduced a lot of time. Let's just look at the pocket shape operation. The cycle time is 23:03 minutes. So the good things about this solution, you can avoid certain portions which you don't want to mill. The operation itself is incredibly faster than the 3D surface for a lot of reasons. I'm not going to cover them now, but I have a cycle time of 23 minutes compared to a 3D surface with the same settings, which I'm not going to show you now because it takes around 4 minutes just to compute the operation, and the cycle time is somewhere around 2 hours. So comparing 23 minutes to 2 hours is a huge difference. The result will be almost exactly the same, and there are a couple of downsides too. First, the problem with the height, because modifying the safe and the clearance height issued some weird behavior here where it lifts the cutter very high up and then continues to cut. That's something you will have to take into account, double check, and you can overcome it. Another bad thing about this type of operation is that depending on the diameter of the cutter, you might want to adjust the height at which the operation is made, because since it takes into account the tip of the cutter, if you use an end mill for example, most probably it will result in a little bit more material removed. So if you want to solve this, take into account the diameter of the cutter, take into account the angle of the slope, and go to the pocket shape, go to the depth tab and set its final depth a little bit higher. For example, if I want to lift the entire operation for half a millimeter, I will set the final depth to 0.5 millimeters, and after recomputing you will see that the toolpath is 0.5 millimeters higher than the required surface. If I use a cutter, a V-bit or a ball end for this operation, there will be almost no differences for this low angle slope, but if I have higher angle slopes there might be some differences, so you have to take that also into account. This is a solution to very quickly mill 3D surfaces, to get the 3D surface that you want much faster and avoiding the unnecessary milling or even damaging milling in the center hole, for example, in my situation. You can now see the offset that I've set in the pocket operation. Everything should be fine now. I can export the job, go to the CNC. I recommend you to try to use this kind of hacks whenever you can, because as I've told you, it is much faster than the simple 3D surface operation. So thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you didn't subscribe. Also visit my Patreon page to download the macro that I have used for this video, and if you want you can also subscribe or purchase a one-time thank you, which will help me a lot.